inside their ministries. We put programs together both at a national level for waste management and also at an industry level, working with their chambers of commerce to put on seminars for hoteliers and so forth on how to build sustainability into their businesses. We have a set of tools. I think it has come back to the practical, what is going to change, that we are pushing out to our members' supply chains. We have a system called Travel Life, which has been developed by ABTA and its members over the last few years, which is an accreditation and auditing system for sustainable business practice. And it goes down to very, very detailed levels. How many times do you open and close the fridge door in a hotel in order to keep energy costs down? And in fact, that's an example. There's one hotel which was very taking the food out in the morning and leaving it out in order not to open the fridge, but the result was that there was a very alarming rise in sickness levels. But that's, those are part of the tensions you face when you're trying to put these measures into place. And I'll come on to my only slide now, so it's a short presentation. We also have a series of guides on how you protect children and on animal welfare. Now, those of you who were in the room yesterday morning know that we had a lot of elephants in the room. We had a whole herd of them, in fact. And insofar as the elephant in the room stood for a big topic that nobody was talking about, well, then sustainability is one of that family. But this isn't a metaphorical elephant. This is a real elephant. We, as I say, have published guides for the supply chain on how to manage animals. You say, well, what on earth is ABTA doing that for? We do them together with Born Free. And the reason being that 60% of excursions feature animals. And where animals are maltreated, it's not just bad for the animals, it's very bad. Customers get distressed. That feeds back to the company that organised it, a lot of brand damage. And so our members said, we need to have some guides out there that show that we are conscious of this issue. And we have what's called an elephant code of conduct, which is not actually an etiquette guide for elephants, which would be nice, but is actually how you manage these kinds of issues. And I think the last thing I'd say is our tool is that we do use the weight of numbers that we carry, both with governments and with the supply chain. So stick and carrot. And we're seeing our members now building into their contracting that their suppliers have to meet these sustainability standards, because otherwise it's the organiser's brand that is at risk. So there you see a sort of broad spread of activities, but all of them ending in very concrete actions. So I'm now out of time, so 3 points just to finish. One is, I think the customer inertia is changing here. I think the way holidays are sold, people are building more of the experience than just the transaction into buying a holiday. And as that happens, customers become more value conscious, and I think sustainability will be one of those values. The second thing, as I said, every bit helps. The head of TUI in the UK and Northern Europe said, not every big problem has a big solution. And the solution to sustainability is thousands of people doing thousands of things differently. And the last thing, very last point, is it does need leadership. It needs committed leadership from people in this room in order to make this happen. And I think when people talk about leadership, it's very grandiose and it's abstract and it's quite intimidating. But for me, as far as I'm concerned, it just means being aware of my elephant and caring about my elephant. And if you do that, A, you'll be setting a good example, and B, you might find, as I found, that sustainability is not only rewarding, but actually very enjoyable. Thank you very much.